bitches. What's up? Wake up.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Can you hear the music? Can you hear my voice? Can you hear Ryan Turner telling us all to wake up? How are we doing today, everybody? How are we doing today, everybody? Did that music go down? There it goes. What the fuck? Dude, StreamYard is trying to get us out of here, bro. We are struggling here. Look, this is VDads. This is my daily dads. We are not professional anythings. I am just a dude who allows 30 to 60 minutes a day to think about this stuff. And I cannot do anything more than that. From what Mr. Turner, the wise, knowing gnome, tells me, StreamYard got bought out and management is tanking the thing. So every day I wake up, it seems like it's something different. It seems like I'm having to learn this thing all over again that I've been doing for over a year. And who knows what the future is going to be. Um, so, yeah, I could not get in. I was like struggling in the background. And it just sucks, man. It sucks when stuff changes, but change is good. Change is challenge, whatever you want to call it. Good morning, MP. MP might jump up soon. That would be great. I'm feeling out of sorts right now. Good morning, Dan. Would love to have Dan up here one day. Good morning, Mr. Bukes. You are welcome to come back anytime, you beautiful bearded bastard. And there's Chels. Good morning, Chels. I hope you're feeling better. Chels has been down with food poisoning, y'all. So, as we know from the show How I Met Your Mother, no one needs to imagine it, but she was velociraptoring out of both ends. So, if you know that reference or that show, or that episode, we're friends. But good morning, folks. Jason won't be here. Jason had his parent teacher conference last night, and from what I understand, everybody had problems with the art teacher. So they just grilled him, destroyed him, and he felt like he had a colonoscopy yesterday. I have no idea what happened. He just texted saying he wasn't going to be here doing the damn thing with me. Yep, we all hope you're feeling better. It was good to see your hubs last night and yesterday back in the Thursday morning slot. I did troll him and give him 100 pounds of shit yesterday. Starting a raid train in the middle of a work day on a Thursday is it's just something a wild child does. And we all know Mr. Messer is wild, but I think everyone had fun. He seemed exhausted by the end of it. Good morning, Ron. What's up, bud? How are we doing in the swarm? I was going to say in the hive. How are we doing, sir? What is up? He is wild, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Imagine being married to that guy. Let's get our little buddy MP to the stage. He is authenticated with
What's up?
What's up, dude? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Pulled you in mid coffee sip.
You're good.
Just to mess with you.
Apparently, there's an earthquake going on upstairs in my house.
Oh, okay. The people, not an actual earthquake.
No, yeah, I got the oldest is home sick.
Yeah.
And I'm usually on baby duty on Fridays, but my wife has no meeting schedule, so I was like, well, I'm gonna go downstairs for a little bit.
Can I take a minute? Yeah. Good, cool, thanks. Oh, dude, look at this. MP. So Chels has food poisoning, and she's saying she can't have coffee.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even mess with it. It's not gonna be a good end result. And that's what honestly, I think that's what my oldest had. He has got like a little cough. and he's got a very bad, like, gag reflex, so any mucus, he usually just
Mm.
starts throwing up.
Mhm.
But it continued into this morning, and my wife's like, "Well, like, he's actively throwing up, I can't send him to school." I'm like, "He is running around the house going wild. He is perfectly fine. There is no sickness in his body." Like,
Yeah.
um,
Isn't that
and
funny?
yeah,
Like, that
yeah,
happens, though. It's the morning energy,
mhm,
like, it's that morning, like, burst of, like, okay, they actually did get sleep, um, because that happens to me a lot. Or kids just the problem with kids is, like, when they're sick, it hits them really hard for a little bit or at certain times of the day, and then they recover really quickly. But, the school systems, government, other parents, whatever, like, there's still a possibility that they're contagious even though they're running around like crazy people.
mhm.
And when they look good, they still have the ability to, like, relapse into sickness again if they push too hard, or get out into the elements. Like if it's cold out there, it could easily go back. I don't know. They're still in a fragile state, but I think they just have this burst of adrenaline and energy. So it's a tricky thing. You want to send them back to school, but then you obviously don't want to get everybody else sick or have them crash even harder.
Yeah, and I think that is just like, "It's Friday, just we'll keep him home, go through the week." I was like, "That's fine, whatever."
Yeah. You're not
Their
gonna miss much.
Fridays are usually, like, easier anyway, the second half of the day because the teachers are pretty much over it. So
Yeah, I'm watching Young Sheldon right now, and one of the episodes is like the clock winding down, to those last like 30 seconds, and like all the kids are like just looking at it like, yes, the bell's gonna ring. And then like Sheldon's like, oh man, I hate
yeah.
the weekend. I want to be in school all the time. And then the teacher's sitting there like, come on. Like she wants it to ring too. So yeah, yeah, Fridays can be that day for sure.
Yeah, it's funny, they are like they love Fridays 'cause they're like, "Yeah, we never have any homework." I'm like, "That's gonna change." I was like, "Give it a couple of years, that's gonna change." And they're like, "Well, you always told us that you did your homework, but sometimes you forgot and this and that." Because I'm about to tie into reading, don't worry, I'm gonna get there. And I was
Ooh,
like, "Yeah,"
early.
but I said, "My problem is I always did the homework that I brought home." I said, "I always forgot to actually bring the books that I needed to do the homework home with me." Like, my actual textbook would stay at school, I'd bring home, like
Yeah.
so and that's what that's what today's reading, like, the whole discipline aspect of it, and it's it's what I've tried to strive to the kids. It's with their whole routine is they get home from school, sit down, get us a little snack, do your homework. Um, and we've changed it to sit down, get a little snack, do some of your homework, play for a little bit, finish your homework after dinner. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just too much, like, they're done school, they're in the car for 20 minutes, and they're getting home, and then I'm
Mhm.
asking them to now sit down for another half hour, 45 minutes, and then we're going right into dinner. So,
Yep.
like, it's just what I grew up with, like, that's how my mom did it with me and my brother. We'd both get off the bus, we'd sit down at the table, do our homework, eat a snack. We just I think my family eats dinner earlier because 'cause we're with the baby, the kids, like, we're eating by 5:30, 6 o'clock. Where when I was
Mhm.
growing up, my dad wasn't getting home from work sometimes until 7, so we were pushed back later, so we had an hour or 2 before dinner, um, and I kinda I don't know, it feels like I'm one of those old people, like, we're eating at 5 o'clock, like, that early bird special, but I love every aspect of it because then I feel like we get more time after, like, instead of
Yeah.
just eating dinner, winding down for a half hour and then be like, "All right, it's bedtime." Like, we get an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to, like, enjoy with each other and be like, "Oh, let's do, like, some cool dessert or something."
No, I mean, there's a lot there, but I definitely agree with the earlier dinner and having that time. I mean, as you know, like just like I'm not going to pretend here like I know a lot, but like just diving into like health and fitness, fasting, like night sleep, like being able to wind your body down, like getting in those last foods and calories in the earlier, pre 7 p.m. if you're trying to go to bed at 8, 9. I know there's people here that stream all night, so it's a completely different story. But then also, like you and I wake up really early in the morning. So, my body and my mind starts at 4:30 in the morning. That's my first Celsius. I'm ready to crash. My wife, I was saying I was tired last night. My wife says, I was like, I'm tired. I don't know if I want to do this workout at the end of the night. She goes, have a Celsius. I'm like, honey, it's 8 p.m. I am not having a Celsius. Like, there's a Celsius does not touch my body after 2. And
Yeah.
even then, that's on special days. Like when I'm going out and I need to be up till 10 p.m. Like, but there's no Celsius in my bloodstream, like in my lips after 5 p.m. No way, no how. But I definitely like the early dinners. The time afterwards is great, to help everyone. Homework is a hard one for me, and especially like you said, tying in the reading of discipline. And it's not necessarily the family. It's actually what I'm noticing is the school systems and the teachers. It just there's no consistency. So like my son, his homework packet is due every Friday, and he gets a new one every Friday, right? So Friday morning, he brings in the turned in work assignments, and then he gets the new ones. So, like, in theory, we could jam out the whole packet in the weekend. We
Mhm.
don't. In theory, we could do one piece of homework a day for the next 5 days. We don't. We end up doing it all. And by we, I mean him and my wife. Shout out to my wife. She's the goat, as we all know. They just do it all on Thursday, the day before it's due, and Friday morning. It's like procrastination at its best. And then my daughter, Brooklyn, she has homework throughout the week. And then Bailey in high school has absolutely no homework whatsoever as a junior.
Hmm.
It's the most, and so some years the girls will be like, "Oh, I love this teacher," and I'm like, "Why do you like this teacher? They don't give homework." there's no there's no way to make it routine. And
Yeah.
then one other point was like when the kids come home from school, I like the idea of a snack because we've been told many times by our daughter, Brooklyn especially. I just got home from school. I don't want to do homework. I need a break. And so yes, I agree. Water's right here, buddy.
Yeah, it's yeah, that's hard. Because I guess they're and that's hard, especially with your youngest having a packet. Um, and basically leaving it up to them, be like, "Here, this is due Friday." And I mean, I'm not
Yeah.
saying anything. You're not doing anything wrong by doing it all Thursday and Friday. It's you're leaving it up to them. But yeah, it's hard to drive in a consistency with the homework and be disciplined with it when it's a whole week worth of packet. And
Well, kids are learning to be challenging, right? So
Mhm.
it's like you have this packet. He knows it's due Friday. So on Monday, you're like, "Hey, bud, want to do a little bit?" No, it's due Friday. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, and I love that aspect of it. Like, that's what I'm sitting here thinking. I'm like, man, if my kids didn't like come home with like their little agenda book and homework every single day, like maybe they wouldn't be like as fighting me on it. If oh well, tonight you don't have home. Like that's what they love Fridays. Or they get home,
So
they're like, No homework, no homework."
point of clarity and like a little bit of points to the teacher. The packet does state on the front of it, Monday's homework is this, Tuesdays like it is set up daily, but it's just all due completed on Friday. Like they don't have to turn it in daily, but it is
Mhm.
structured to be like, do this one on Monday, do this one on Tuesday, and like read every day. Turn this in completed on Monday or on Friday.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it's more like honestly, what is homework other than just like a review of what they did that day
Yeah.
anyway. Um, so as long as like he's still Grant, I have a trench digger outside my window. I'm guessing that Xfinity is here to actually put in the line.
Oh,
So
nice.
if I drop off at any point, that would be why they are literally yeah. So I was having
Just
problems with the
cutting your
internet,
line.
and we figured out that when the house was built in 2000, the internet line that they put in was discontinued the year after, and never replaced.
Oh, okay.
So we have like
Interesting.
extenders all over the house, and we're like, why does our internet still suck? We're paying this, and they came out and they're
Yeah.
like, oh well, yeah, you don't have a good line, so it's like, what the hell's going on? So anyway,
Oh man.
but yeah, I
Rob,
guess it.
Ron, do you guys do air fryer snacks at all?
Oh yeah, yeah. We
We
actually
have
use
not.
our air fryer. It has a toast option for bagels and stuff now too, because it's
Nice.
our
We've
kids
not
had
gotten into that.
a habit of not emptying out the bottom of the bagel toaster. So
Oh.
I turned around and there was just smoke everywhere. I'm like, cool, guys, this thing's getting thrown outside because it's on fire.
Yep. Toaster oven. We use a toaster oven and we have the same thing, the little tray at the bottom. We put foil over it so it's easier. But yeah, I saw my wife emptying that the other day. Again, shout out the wife. Like the house would definitely burn down if there wasn't a wife in it.
Yeah, no, seriously. But no, it's funny because like now I'm sitting here thinking of it. The homework kind of, yeah, they're reviewing what they learned, but like you can kind of directly parallel it to like us today. Like you think you need to get quotes out. Like, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you get a customer, they tell you, okay, yeah, well, give me the quote by the end of the week. Well, you don't know if you're the only person they called, if they called 2 or 3, 4 other people. And like, yeah, you have till the end of the week, but you also want to be one of those first ones in to look better, that you're excited about the job, you want to take on the job, but then it's like a hit or miss. It's like, well, do I want to go first one in, and then they call someone, that customer drops my price, and then someone undercuts me, just undercut, like,
Yeah.
so it's funny because it like the homework can tie into like how they're going to grow up, and like, yes, I kind of see it. Like they need the structure, they need the discipline, they need the foundation to be able to like put in the work themselves. But again, that's why it's homework, and that's why we're here, because
Yeah.
we're passing on, like, you, no matter what you try to do, you're passing on how you work to your kids when you're applying, when you're like, all right, sit down, do this homework, you have to do it now, like, or if it's just something that like not even homework, something that they have to do, you're kind of like, and I find myself doing it because I'm very energetic, high strung in the workplace, and even doing something around the house, they're like, Dad, you need to calm down, you're running around like a chicken. I'm like, okay, I understand that, but that's just how I work. I don't stop until the job is completely done. Once it's done, I will pass out.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of relating like household tasks to homework. Like I said, bringing your work home a little bit in nature to show the kids, like homework is just a muscle memory building tool. It's building discipline, it's building the grind that eventually will turn into whatever work, like, yeah, not every job or career that you do is going to require like some sort of homework,
Correct. Yeah.
but for the most part they do. I mean, even if you're a doctor, you still got to go home and study, I'm sure they study charts, whatever it is. Jay, as a teacher, he's going home and building his lesson plans on his summer and time off, and there's no way he procrastinates until the last week. um for me, it's not it happens. I've separated my business and my home so much that I feel I struggle to do it here. So I think that's a little bit, I'm trying to bring that back somewhat. But then again, like I don't want to be, my thing is always like when the kids are home and they're off of school, like I don't want to be working.
Yeah.
In theory, if they had homework and I had homework, like okay, we could do it, but how would we know? How would I be able to sync that up?
Yeah.
Good
No,
morning, David.
yeah, it's hard. And that's why I tried to relate it to like just daily things, doing things around the house. Yeah, no, Jay, I feel you on that one. My dad, it's funny. I always tell my kids the story of my dad. He can't, like, he had to get sent home with a composition book tied to a string around his neck, and he would wear it as a necklace. And his parents would have to sign off because he just never did his homework. And he tells them by junior year he did like all those like the shop classes and the extra classes just to and then back then they did like a work kind of like you went to school for half a day and then you went and worked. And
Yeah.
he's like, I just did enough so I could graduate because I just wanted to work. And I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like if you don't find yourself being driven to further your education to drive that and your drive is to just earn, to work, to make money, like awesome,
Mhm.
I'm going to support that. um but then I tell them that story because I'm at the same time like there's things in life that you have to do that you're not going to like, and unfortunately homework is one of those. And it took Poppy a while to drill that through his mind, and the teachers had to send him home with a notebook necklace.
That's funny. That's funny. Back when shame was okay. Or much more okay.
Yeah, back when he'd always sound back when I'd have to walk 5 miles through the snow to go to school, and then there's a flurry and they're closing.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. I
Exactly.
tell it's funny, Ron. I tell people like I don't want to say like my friends' kids, but like if I bump into someone and then like we get talking because I talk about like the colleges and the high school that I went to in the area, and I always tell them if you're not dead set, there's nothing wrong with pursuing college, but look into the trades. Look what you can do, the money you can make, the career that you can set up for yourself in the 4 years that someone's going to put themselves a $500,000 in debt. Um,
Mhm.
and it's a hard talk because I feel like kids growing up, it's so ingrained to, all right, you're halfway through high school, cool. Guidance counselor time, figure out what you want to do for the rest of your life. You got to go to college, pick a college. Um, and it was just drilled, drilled, drilled. And that's why I love that Ron saying that. Like I'm in manufacturing. I support people going into trades. I see what welders are making an hour in my area that's like 175 plus. It's insane money, and there's no one doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig the welding too. Like I think that was something that every time I see it happen, it's like every time I see the welders on site, it's one of the trades that I just like stop and watch and like thoroughly enjoy.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, like, I would love to do that. Like just the way that it happens, like welding and fusing metal together, the sparks flying, like the suits and protective gear that they have to wear, like how heavy it is, but then like how once it is in, it is just like just strength. Like it's just everything about it kind of interests me.
Hmm.
Um but yeah, going back, I would agree with that statement, like having, if I had to do it again, like that would be an interesting. Things I should use to know you do yeah. Yep. The fine art version of it, like railings and stuff like that. And you know, that's really cool too. It's a lot more harder work. When I do the floating staircases, that's just next level. Like that just breaks my brain sometimes.
Yeah, that
The
would.
things.
I mean, when I visit like places that have like staircases like that, like the all glass, I'm like, I'm not walking on that. Like, where's the elevator? Where's the escalator? Like, there's no way.
Have
But
you
it,
seen
it's
have you seen my have you seen the one that I
no,
posted the other day?
no, I don't think I saw the staircase.
Oh yeah.
But
So
yeah,
it's 4-story floating staircase, and it literally is three directional, right? So it goes up, then there's a landing, goes up, then there's a landing, goes up, and then there's the next floor. And there's three of those.
damn,
So when I did that, the welder and the framer just working together, and then it's all boxed out. So we had to have the floor guy involved and the glass guy. It was like a 4 or 5 person meeting, just like getting it all together. And it came out like amazing looking, but like with its flaws. I'm struggling right now because the owners and the designers are still, and this is years later, they're like, can we fix this? And I'm like, do you understand what that means? Like, and they're like, yeah, but it's driving us nuts. And I'm like,
get
and
over
I
it.
just had a call with them because I've been putting it off. They're like, we got to do it. And I'm like, fuck, okay. Like, I got to put 2-story scaffolding in the inside of your home to get to this one glass panel that they're just unhappy with.
Oh, that's
Because
rough.
it's like because
Yeah.
it's like they like all the glass is supposed to meet like in a 90-degree angle, and this and every glass panel is kind of like off here or there, like a 16th and eighth, but this one is like off 3/4 of an inch, and it's just driving them bananas. Because unfortunately, it's the one glass panel at the front door slash master bedroom. Like when you walk out the master bedroom, it's the first panel. It's like the second corner you see. So I can't fight them on that. It's like of all the places to be off
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
off by that much, it's the worst one.
Yeah, but I mean, I'd yeah, and I'd use it like you said you used to take your kids to the job sites, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be perfect for, like, you to show on 'em and be like, "Listen, see this job that I did, and it's done, it's complete. It's this customer complained about this one thing, I'm making it right, I'm holding true to my
Yeah.
reputation, to my name, and this is what we're gonna do." Like, I wouldn't say take them to this stuff, but, like, show them pictures and be like, "This is what we're doing to fix it." And then they'd be like, "Oh, wow." Like, he was done, he could walk away from that job, and he's still going back to make those people happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually it's a the story goes a lot longer than that, but the one thing that I did, appreciate was, at the end of the call yesterday as we're going through this long list of stuff, that's the worst one on the list. That's the only reason I brought it up. But the owner was very expressive of her appreciation and gratitude towards like the way I'm handling the situation. And she's like, I feel very comfortable with you. So thank you. I'm glad you're back. Like all that kind of stuff. Cause this was one where it was a project that my mom had, and then when I left the company, like I left the job like midway through, and then they called me back to help them out. I remodeled their other home, like that kind of stuff. So like we were
Mhm.
still in touch, and it was a very like I remember it as being a very good client, very tough job, very difficult job. One of our highest end, like record breaking cost jobs. So it's like a good job for the portfolio for the most part, puts us in another league. Uh, which I'm on the fence on whether or not I wanna be in that league. But at least, like, saying that I've done it is kind of like, a feather in the cap kinda thing.
Yeah, yeah, and that's awesome that you can it says something that they and that's why I get like, that'd be awesome for even for you to even show that, like, this clip to your kids, like, that shows that that customer had trust in you and
Mhm.
what you did to even though you were not with the same company they started with, to use you for a second for a other home and then call you back again when there was an
Yeah,
issue and be like, "I want you to fix it. I don't want someone else. I need you to come here and fix this."
yeah. What do you got going on this weekend, man?
Nothing
Super
really.
Bowl, right?
Yeah, Super Bowl, supposed to have baseball tryouts, but the fields are still covered in ice, so I don't think that's happening. Um, which yeah,
I
so I don't
can't
know.
blame
They
you.
they said they might move it to an indoor gym. I don't know how that's gonna work with baseball coach pitch baseball tryouts inside of a gym. That's gonna get very interesting really quick.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
but no, other than that, we not really much. We kinda for Super Bowl weekend, if the Eagles aren't in it, we kinda just take it easy. We're kinda more pumped for the Olympics to start and the
Okay.
opening ceremonies today and all that stuff. It's gonna
Oh,
I think the
really?
boys are
I
gonna
didn't
get
even know
really
that.
yeah. Yeah, I think that this is a year where they're finally gonna get, like, excited and about all the different sports and all the different aspects of it. Because the last Summer Olympics, they were like, "Okay, well, can we change this? Can we put on, like, Bluey or Pop?" I'm like, "Cool."
Yeah.
Um,
Where's it at this year?
I wanna say
Anyone know? I have
Milan.
no idea.
I don't know.
Milan? Hmm.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
It's so funny. Super Bowl if the Eagles aren't in it.
We
When
wa
was the
well,
last
like,
time the Eagles were in it?
last year, they won.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll turn it on and, like, watch, but it's not like we won't do if the when the Eagles are in it or, like, we'll have people over and stuff like but we did one year when the Eagles weren't in it, we still had people over, and I'm like, "Why am I spending this money invite like, I don't even like either of these teams. It's Sunday. I wanna go to bed. I have to get up at 4 a.m. tomorrow, like, And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna Irish exit. Can you just kick all these people out of our house so I can go to sleep? So I'm like, all right, let's not do this again.
Oh man, that's funny. I mean, I feel like I was there too. I think it's just like, oh, to quote our friend Ryan, this season that we're in right now as a family, like having this friend group, it's just like any excuse for us all to get together and
Mhm.
throw a party and gorge and hang out. I think that's what it is. So yeah, I don't think anyone, to my knowledge, no one's team is in it. So it's really just gonna be that. I don't follow football as much at all. So for me, it's just more of a get together.
Yeah,
Just happens
and
there just happens to be a game that everybody else is watching on at the same time.
yeah, and that's what I had my sports stream with my brother yesterday, and that's what I said. I was like, "Well, everyone go and enjoy because there's gonna be, some good food, good company, and there's gonna be some sort of game going on in the background." Because I don't think it's gonna be a good one anyway.
Gotcha. I was gonna show this off to everybody, but my boy got this in his head that he wanted to draw and like make a comic. So I wanted to show this off. This is like my wife got like a laminator even and like laminated the pages. He's even
Oh,
doing
that's
some
awesome.
writing. Where the fuck is my camera? I'm like thinking my camera's down here. So yeah, he's got this whole story and he was super proud to show it off and stuff like that. I'm gonna send it off to the Is It Canon podcast and let them do a thorough review and do a whole episode on it. But I thought it was pretty cool, man. And
That's so cool.
he whapped it out really quickly. Like he cut the paper into the squares for some reason. I don't know why. And drew the lines. He even numbered the pages. That's a big shout out to Ann and Tom because I know in their podcast they've been asking V friends
To
for a
number the
while
pages.
now to number the pages. If the Packers aren't in it, I'm watching the commercials.
You
There you
got a
go.
future comic artist there on your hands right there.
Who knows? Look, here's the thing about my kids, and I know it has a lot to do with my parenting and my wife's parenting, but like they go in and out of stuff like no other. And
There's no
I'm not
problem
a
with that,
hundred
though.
percent I'm not 100% sure why, because it's not like my wife and I are going in and out of stuff really. I think it's just like, that sometimes I don't like putting a lot of effort into stuff until I know that like the outcome, like they're gonna go the distance.
Mhm.
It just that kind of thing worries me. Like I think it has a little bit to do with my PTSD of my own life of like putting effort into becoming a pilot and then just it wasn't for me and then I stopped and switched and got into construction. And there's just so much like we've talked about, there's so much abundance out there. They could do
Mhm.
anything. So like even with my daughter right now doing cheerleading and swim, I'm like, well, what are you gonna do in college and afterwards? Like it kind of like the question keeps coming up in my mind, like, is it worth it other than just like having fun, enjoying something, moving your body, learning teamwork, learning discipline, like the base core stuff that you're learning from it is all great. So I don't know. I go back and forth with stuff like that. I would love him to keep drawing, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like 'cause, I mean, my kids, they're at the 6 and 7, they're at that age where they're very impressionable, especially with s and I feel I mean, yours are your girls are older,
Hmm.
so it might not be as much as school-related trends, but I definitely see it with my kids, it's 100% school like, all of a
Yeah.
sudden, they're talking about some show on YouTube, which they're not allowed to watch YouTube. Um, like, he's watched it, and I'm like, "What are you even talking?" And then, "Oh, this" I'm like, "Okay, so this is what the new thing at school is."
Yeah.
Um,
All the kids are talking about it and
yeah,
like
and that's
they're
kind of what
relaying
we're
it to
noticing.
him.
It's like, "Oh, I want these Mr. Beast toys." I'm like, "Dude, you don't even watch, like, the Mr. Beast games, you know nothing about Mr. Beast, like, why do you all of a sudden want the toys?" He's like, "Oh, well, my friends have it." I was like, "Okay, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go full in and get you every little toy, like, you can get one of, like, the little mini cheaper ones, but so you don't feel
Hmm.
like you're excluded." But yeah, I feel you on that, and, like, especially it can come with sports too, because both my boys started hockey, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
So like I feel like you don't want to go fully in because you don't want to feel like you're wasting the money, but at the same time you want to support your kid. So it's a hard like little balancing act that we all have to do.
Yeah, I mean, I wanna say, like, half this
Mhm.
stuff here is,
Yeah,
like,
that's what our
art
garages
supplies.
and our
Like,
attics and basements.
somewhere in here used to be, like, it was like a box of, like, a do it yourself, like, comic book kit. Like, we had that at one point because one of the kids wanted it, was like, "I'm gonna write comics." I think it was Brooklyn, and, like, we got it, and then it just shelved and never was open. So it might be back there, or I might have donated it because, like, when the gym
Yep.
came, like, you guys have seen the mats here, like, all the time, but, like, there used to literally be no room.
Yeah, I was
Like,
gonna
there were
say
just stacks
your
of
g
boxes.
your gym has gotten bigger and bigger.
There were just stacks of boxes. Yeah, I keep trying to clear, like, we keep putting stuff on the mats, and every time I come home, I push it off the mats. So I'm really regulating the space here. My wife went through her closet, and there's like 2 trash bags of donation over there of, like, clothes that she doesn't fit anymore 'cause she lost so much dang weight. Um, and I'm like, "Don't put it on the mats."
Oh, man. I feel
Right,
like at the
yeah.
old house, I used to have a tape line down. I'm like, "Do not put anything beside on the other side of this tape line. I need to be able to walk here."
Yeah. Yeah, or the car, like the parking spot, yeah. Yep, 100%. You gotta protect that space because
Mhm.
otherwise the clutter will just go, it'll never stop.
Yeah.
There's always a reason not to throw something away until you make a space and you're like, "Look, this is our storage limit. We're not going past this." What's the piece of gym equipment you don't have yet? I mean, for me, then I think the next thing is just a higher weight sets, like a little bit higher of dumbbells. I would ultimately love to get some sort of like cable system to give me like much more variety of what I can do, like the tall rack with the legs and stuff like that, so I can get a little bit more in here. My
I'll have
buddy
to
has
send
it
you a
at his
picture.
house where we're going for the Super Bowl. And then my other buddy, he has the one that like supposedly like folds
Folds
up
up.
onto the wall and pulls back. It's just we would have to get rid of the storage, or my next move was the pile of bikes that we don't use that every single one of them has flat tires.
I'll have to show you a
Like,
picture of mine. I got this single, um mine's just like the single bar cable, and you could
mhm.
essentially mount it on your support pole.
Oh, this post in the middle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is like, and it breaks my heart and my wife's heart, but there's like a pile over there of just bikes that we never use, like
Yeah,
never.
I feel you. That's my
Like the
shed.
girls, before we moved here, or when we moved here, Amy got the girls 2 new bikes. She got them Strand Cruisers, and then we moved to the mountains, and they're brand new, and the girls have already grown out of them. And Brooklyn still doesn't know how to ride a two-wheel bike without training wheels because the last time she tried, she fell real hard on my wife, and they both got hurt. But she can ride the little motorcycle. But that has a flat tire and like a slipped clutch or something like that. So there's 3 snowboards back there that me and my wife own that we've never thrown away. They're like dilapidated and all this shit. Like that whole pile needs to go, but like we're in denial
Yeah. No, I feel you.
because there's money there, like there's
We did a purge when we were thinking about moving. My wife, she had, like, a very nice Burton snowboard. I'm like, "Are you ever gonna snowboard again?" She goes, "Well, I would wa" I'm like, "Nope, taking a picture, it's going on, I'm selling it, like, we're
yeah.
getting rid of it, sell it for, like" it's either collecting dust or sell it for 200 bucks and get something for it other than just taking up space.
Yeah,
But no, I feel you on
we'll
the
we'll
bikes.
get rid of the snowboards for sure. I finally got rid of the boots, so we don't even have the boots, but the snowboard is just those are our, like that's like my high school board right there and hers as well. So
Yeah, so it's more of
it's the
a
only board I've ever boarded on. Like, I'll snowboard again, but just not on that board. Um,
it's more a nostalgia thing for you.
and for me, I've become very picky at what's worth it for me to snowboard on. I'm too good for ice.
Yeah.
And you know, I don't want to spend the money to go find powder. So it's like whenever the next time I snowboard, it's just way down the road.
Yeah, I think the
Oh
last
man.
time I skied was in Salt Lake City, and then I came back and tried to ski once in PA. I'm like, yeah, no, this is just not gonna work.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard once you get to the, you know, the better places. And that's what happened. Like when my wife and I first met and we were really rocking those boards, we moved out to Lake Tahoe together. And I just experienced like the most epic
Yeah,
winter of my life. And I just could not, I can't fathom going back to anything different. And it's just hard to get up there. It's 8 hours away. You know, you can really get snowed in up there and
yeah,
be
because you're
stuck.
talking like feet upon feet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was where I was talking about, like, where you know, I learned a whole different lifestyle because her parents lived on like a private road. So like when it really snowed, like we had to break out the snow blower, like the machine, and like snow blow the street. Like I'm talking like almost a block.
Jeez. Yeah, that's
And
a
then
lot.
put the studded tires on the trucks and four-wheel drive and grind our way out of there. And the snow blowers would blow the perpendicular street and create a berm in front of our street. So then you really had to grind out to like or just like one point I was just driving my car like to push the snow with the
Ramp into a
front
snow
bumper.
wall.
Just jump onto the street like
There's steel under this
shit.
plastic.
Yeah, ridiculous. Oh
Oh,
man. All right, man. Thanks for jumping up. Thanks for
yeah,
joining
no
me.
problem.
Thanks for hanging out. So how often do you guys do your show?
We usually do it once a week.
But you guys don't do it live, right?
No, we do.
Okay. All
Yeah, I
right.
put it on
But on
X.
Blaze, that's
Yeah,
right.
I put it on X too. And then I do mine on Sundays.
And then so if someone jumps in on X or what did you say he's on Twitch?
No, X
Like
and Blaze.
is it the same format? Like if because X sucks for
Mhm.
watching. You know, like the commenting to what I know, and I haven't like looked at it in a while, but like the commenting, it takes you in and out of the video or something like that is what I remember.
Yeah, if you're on your phone and it stinks, and I don't. I use his account for Restream because I'm not paying
Yeah.
for the premium. So if he's streaming, I have to use my free one, and on free, you can't comment back on Restream to the X comments, so it's kind of
Mhm.
annoying.
Yeah, that's our problem right now with StreamYard is they're charging so much for us being a team is what they're calling it now.
Mhm.
Like because we have essentially four logins for one company or group that like we're Ryan and I were talking about, okay, well, maybe there's just one master, like and that would be Ryan, and then the rest of us are like more like guests. And so this morning when I logged in, he had made that change and like so I couldn't create a stream. So I'm like sitting there, I'm like, Ryan, the buttons are gone. Like I can't even open the I can't do it. Like now
Yeah.
it's like you have to do it.
Yeah,
Or
we didn't do it that way. We only have one, and then we just linked, like, because we can link his X, my X, his Blaze, like, and then I can just go in
yeah,
and select which ones. And we just did it that way and just created a new email account and stuff to log in through, so we didn't have to. Yeah, because I tried to find the back door, so we didn't have to do the team version.
I know we need that's something on our agenda is to look at it, figure out, but because I think it's coming up. Man, I don't know. So much work.
Yep, all the back end stuff.
If I could stay off of Netflix and Roblox this weekend, maybe I could figure it out.
That's why I like OBS, but the problem with OBS is sometimes, like, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like, each one of you would have to install it directly on your computer, and it's hard for it doesn't really work on the phone.
Yeah, so that would be the problem for right here is like I'm not
Mhm.
on a computer, I'm on a phone and an iPad.
Yeah.
And I used to just be on a phone. Uh,
Yeah, 'cause
so
that's what I use
it would bring me down to Monday to Thursday and
that's what I
nothing
use most
else.
of the times is OBS, just because I hate I hate StreamYard and Riverside, and Like,
StreamYard was fine
yeah, they all have
before
their
this whole
pluses,
thing.
and then they all have like, oh, this one has this thing, and so like I love it about this one, but this one doesn't have it.
Yeah. So silly. So silly. Do you feel Blaze has it? Like more of
They're
it?
they're just more like it's like a StreamYard or like a Twitch, or not StreamYard. It's more like a Twitch. Like it's just another platform to go to.
Mhm.
There's just like like I said, like the backstage voting and earning, and where your vote, like all the creators are voting for each other, and you're earning a pool of the 25K
Yeah.
per week. So to me, it was just like I stopped kind of streaming on Twitch because I mean, I think I was on there for like 3-4 months and 4 followers. Like the algorithm just to get seen on through Twitch was insane. And I
Yeah.
was like, all right, this is, so then I went on Blaze and I was like, oh, this is nice. I'm like 60, 70 followers in. People are actually joining the
Mhm.
streams. I'm getting comments. So it was more of an active community. So I don't even stream on Twitch anymore.
Gotcha. Okay. I'll try to look at it
But yeah, it's just
sometime.
it's on create account, you get the stream key, and it's just one little extra thing you guys gotta type in.
Okay. Dope. Well, thank you, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
Have a great weekend, man. Enjoy your
I'm getting the look at the window of they're cutting the line, so I gotta hop off anyway.
perfect time, dude. It would have been funny if it happened live, but
Oh no, it's just creepy. There's a person
do it.
staring in my basement window right now.
Like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? Look at that setup. He's just jealous. It's just jealous. Just like, look at that. Look at that wall.
All my cards are on this wall, and they're all backlit and everything, so he's probably just staring at them.
Ah, nice. Nice.
Alrighty.
Right on, man. Have a good day.
Yep.
Talk
Have
to
a
you
good
later.
weekend.
See you, buddy. And see you, everybody. Let's play this music out. Whoever's with me, have a good Saturday and Sunday. Love you all. And I'll see you back. I mean, I'll see you in space, but I'll see you back Monday for sure.